Hey guys, what is up? Zero here. Welcome back to Fruits of Literature Club Monika route. So yeah, Monika's route is finally released. You know, everyone and their grandma again told me that this came out, even though I was literally already knew it came out. I mean, I guess I still appreciate it nonetheless if I ever forget.
Even I told him the second it came out, I was like, "Hey, Zero." And
Yeah, I already knew.
So many DMs, and I was like, "Oh no, I was a part of that."
I was like, I already knew. Yeah, it's out, and yeah, apparently it's like 5 hours, so you know we're gonna be here a while, but
Great.
we're gonna be playing this for a while. But that's okay. That's why I said I will be doing this in Take Two back to back, so that people who aren't so fond of this can watch Take Two. And then, you know, they could just go back to back with each other. But yeah, anyway. In the what happened last time on Monika's route, not much, I don't think. I mean, she was kidnapped. But not really kidnapped. She was, like, almost held hostage, I guess. She wasn't really kidnapped. She was in her own house.
Yeah.
She was almost killed, I guess, is what was happened. But that happened kind of early in the end of Chapter 4. At the end of Chapter 4, really all that happened was they figured out that she's being confused with Izuki, which again still doesn't make that much sense to me. But she's being confused with Izuki, and then she asked what happened to if they're confusing me with her, then what happened to this girl, may I ask? And the MC was like, I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah, I don't want to tell you. And then that's where the chapter ended. So yeah, you guys didn't see it, but it said that this takes place in XXX, so that means it takes place during during fucking Izuki time. It takes place during XXX. Oh, kids, get your parents.
I mean, they did just fuck, right?
Did they just fuck? No, that was before. That was a while ago. I think they fucked.
They fucked at some point.
That's like the only thing we know about. Only thing we know about Izuki is that she fucked MC.
The chemistry between MC and Izuki is.
No, you know they fucked, and he's her bodyguard. We know nothing else about Izuki besides the fact that she fucked MC.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's like an idol.
Yeah.
Closing the door behind me, I quickly reach into a small black bag I've set next to my bed. Retrieving a small black book and holding it in my hands, I sit onto my bed and rapidly switch through the pages. Reaching a specific page that has neat handwriting in blue ink, I stop and stare at the words inscribed. After a satisfying amount of time, I close the book and place it back into the backpack. Surveying the room, I focus on a black suit cover hung up near the door. Unzipping the cover reveals a very clean and finely pressed black suit. Running my index and middle finger along the seams of the trousers, I check to make sure the suit is pressed correctly. Perfect. Buttoning up my white dress undershirt, I grab my tie and prepare to wrap it around my collar. As I do, the door knocks gently, instantly signaling who the person on the other side is. Come in. Izuki walks in and looks up and down myself as I continue to wrap the tie around my collar. What do you want? I just want to see what you're up to. You looked all gussied up. She gestures toward my former attire and the bed where my jacket lays neatly. Your father said we have formal plans tonight, and I'm to be dressed accordingly. Yeah, I kinda don't want to go. I'd much rather just relax here tonight. But Dad said someone important's going to be at the gala, and I should meet him. Yeah, one of the Japanese Prime Minister aides is going to be there. I know, I'm not really that intrigued by it. Really? I wrap my tie around itself, and I begin to knot it. But Izuki reaches up and grabs hold of my tie before I could. I just happen to be more interested in someone else. An electric feeling shoots up my back, but it isn't a bad feeling that would normally make me recoil. It's a feeling that I oddly enjoy and feel at peace with. Strange. Izuki knots my tie for me and tightens it against my collar. Both lock eyes for a second before my watch beeps and interrupts our moment. Alright, that is our cue to leave in a few here. Are you ready to go? She runs her fingers along my collar to make sure it's uniform. It looks like it. You're going in that? Yep, my father says sometimes it's best to remain semi-formal or even casual at important events. It shows hospitality and familiarity to those around you. Whatever you say, woman. Well, look at you. You're going like you're the main attraction of the party. Reaching down toward the bed for my coat, I lift it with my left hand and pat near the left breast area with my right hand. Izuki reaches over with her hand and feels that area of the coat and pulls her hand away quickly. It conceals. You're only so protective. It's my job. Izuki, do you not understand why I'm your bodyguard? I place both hands on her shoulder and guide her to sit down on the bed. She rests her hands in her lap and looks up at me worriedly. People want to hurt you and use you for their own gain. I know that you may not see it that way, but I do. And I was made to see the severity of the situation constantly. I'm here to make sure no one tries to rape, murder, or abduct you, Izuki. I catch myself raising my voice and immediately lower it. Tears fill Izuki's eyes and she avoids eye contact with me by looking down at the floor. Oh, damn it. I made her cry. Yeah, that was kind of a dick move. It kind of came out of nowhere. Good going, idiot. Kneeling to eye level with her, I tap on the floor with my index finger to think. I know why you do this. I know why you go to these lengths for me. It's hard for me to accept the truth of the circumstances. I know how bad this sounds, but I'm glad that things are the way they are. The way things are allowed me to meet you. She looks back into my eyes as a small tear drips down her cheek. I feel horrible that you have to be on guard constantly, and that you're always stressed that someone's going to hurt me. Izuki, I'm used to being under these conditions constantly. My training wasn't for nothing. I've been in this state of mind and focus more than I could think otherwise. Sometimes don't even know how to act when I'm not in focus. Placing one of my hands on hers, I look reassuringly into her eyes. I'm happy to be around you even if I'm doing my job. Thank you, Zero. She leans forward and wraps her arms around me. I do the same and gently pat her back. Alright, enough of this mushy crap. We have to get going. Right. Okay, hold up. Did I miss something here? Okay, wait, hold up. It conceals. You're always so protected. Okay, yeah, that was like... He kind of just snapped out of nowhere here. Like, in my personal opinion, this just kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know why I said in my personal opinion. All of this is my personal opinion. But it's kind of obvious. But I don't know. Like, she just says, you're always so protective. And then he could have just been like, it's my job. It's like, do you not know why I'm your bodyguard? And then instantly just end there. But like, he's like yelling at her for like one thing that she said. Like, it's not like, it would make more sense if she was like, you're always so protective. You don't have to do that, you know? Like, if she actually, like, got on him a little bit about it, then it would make more sense. But literally, all she said was, you're always so protective. And then he just popped off on her. Like, I don't know. That just didn't seem like, I don't know. That just seems like, it seems like MC has anger issues. This is like he has a problem. Like, I don't know, that just seemed a little too, like a forced sadness to me. And then it's just like, yeah, I'm happy to see you around, but... Yeah, so I sometimes don't even know how to act on that focus. But yeah, that's just my opinion on that. That seemed a little forced, but let's continue on. I'm assuming we're going to be seeing what happened to Izuki. Sitting in the back of the car with Izuki, I fasten my seatbelt scan outside for anyone acting suspicious. I fasten my seatbelt scan? I think it's supposed to be sitting in the back of the car with Izuki. I fasten my seatbelt scan out. What? I fasten my seatbelt scan outside for anyone acting suspiciously? I think it's I fasten my seatbelt and scan outside for anyone acting suspiciously. I didn't know what was wrong with that sentence. I was like, well, what? Where's my seatbelt scan? I have to scan the seatbelt. Everything seems to be good for now, so I can reach up to the driver and tap it. So everything seems to be good for now. So I reach up to the driver and tap his shoulder, signaling that he can depart. There you go. Now that part was my fault. Leaning back in my seat, I look at Izuki as she innocently stares back. Her beautiful eyes calm me down, strangely. but no matter what, I'm going to need to be on my toes. Especially since we're going to a huge formal event that a foreign leader happens to be present at. Izuki didn't even seem to mind that he was going to be present. She was focused only on me. It makes me feel weird, considering I haven't been the nicest of people to her. Yeah, you haven't. I don't understand a woman's mind, and to be honest, I don't think I want to. You haven't been the nicest, but you literally fucked! So I think that's probably why she's looking at you like that. My thoughts interrupted by a gleam of light that reflects off a lapel pin I've attached to my collar. Or lapel pin. I run my thumb across the very sleek and smooth design of it, and think about the security of the event tonight. The dignitary security is going to be all over the place, which could create problems with how I do things for Izuki. Ashley and the director already reached out to the security detail and informed them of my attendance. They're going to have their eyes on you, just don't do anything stupid. The usual naggy briefing rings through my head. However, getting Izuki out in the case of emergency is going to be a hassle. Even if anything were to happen, it isn't like I could get involved anyway. At the agency, we have a specific guideline we have to follow during our assignments. The non-interference doctrine. An agent may not interfere in a locality's general operations. This could be legislative, executive, and judicial affairs. Basically, if something happens in a country, province, state, prefecture, etc., unless I am told to act on it, I have to let the government handle it on its own. I can't just walk into a police facility and order them around. It could cause complications for them and my branch's leadership. Car slows and turns onto a side road towards our destined location. Izuki taps away on her phone, completely oblivious to the logistics going on around her. The driver is following a lead car we have set up. The lead car is following a set path by Izuki's father, and a little ahead of us is the preparatory team for the Prime Minister's aid. Every single move we make has been calculated days beforehand. But to someone like her, who just lives her life day to day like a normal person, she won't notice things like this. In her mind, she's just on the way to a party so she can meet people and have fun. As we reach one of our predetermined markers, I clear my mind to prepare for the night. Clearance. A very tall and very built man stands in a suit guarding the stairwell. I reach into my coat pocket and retrieve my ID. Holding it out to him, he silently inspects it and then gestures for me to go up. Thank you. Don't mention it, sir. Proceeding past the man and up the dark stairwell, I head toward the rooftop. Party's been going very well for the night. Everyone seems to be having a nice time. No issues, no calls for help, no overly drunk people getting too ambitious. Everything's going fine. Soft echo of my feet against the concrete staircase reminds me of where exactly I am. But I don't let that bother me. I have a goal in mind, and that is on the roof. The cool Pacific breeze brushes against the rooftop and brings a new and clean air about it all. Scanning the rooftop, I catch a glimpse of what I'm looking for. Straightening my tie and ensuring I look presentable, I walk across the rooftop. As I approach the bench she sits, Izuki looks up into my eyes. Oh, hey! I sit down next to her on a small bench that overlooks a very scenic seascape. Izuki's hands are placed neatly in her lap. She twiddles with her fingers as I lean back. You need to get away for a bit, eh?
Yeah, I want a little bit of peace and quiet.
I'll stay quiet then.
Not you, silly. I can listen to you on for hours end. I can listen to you for hours on end.
Be careful what you wish for, Izuki.
Why? Because it might just come true?
Izuki scoots close enough to our arms touch. She looks away, evidently trying to hide how red her face is. I keep my cold gaze out onto the landscape before us. Beautiful.
Huh? Oh, the view we have from up here. Yeah, it's nice.
I wasn't talking about that. A smug smile forms across my lips as I avoid eye contact with the even more red-faced Izuki.
You know, I enjoy the calm, serene times like this.
She rests her head on my shoulder and looks out at the scene with me. I'm not used to it, but I can't disagree.
Well, maybe one day you can get used to it.
Maybe one day. So how was meeting the Prime Minister's aide?
It was cool at first, but I didn't find it appealing. It was very touchy and... I quickly talked with him and made my distance. I didn't feel too comfortable with him around.
I see. It's not uncommon for something like this to happen. Izuki's a beautiful and talented idol. Why do I feel that Prime Minister Aide is gonna be like... He's gonna, like, be an actual, like, killer or something. It's like, that's not the real Prime Minister's Aide! And then he's gonna, like, kill Izuki. Her main popularity is in Japan, and I don't doubt that some of that nation's prominent officials have heard of her. And there's some very creepy older gentlemen around that would love to spend time with her. She was smart and did things properly before getting away. But the thought of some old man, clearly unfit to behold someone like Izuki, to touch her without her permission brings me an intense feeling inside I'm not familiar with. I tried to watch it all from my post since security would not allow me. It was probably for the best that I wasn't. Shifting in my seat a little, I feel Izuki wrap her right arm around my left, clasping me to her while she gets more comfortable on my shoulder. You know I'm not a damn bed, right? Don't think you can just lie on me all the time like you own the place.
You didn't have a problem with it that one night.
Her luxurious smile results in me chuckling slightly. Is her ludicrous... ludicrous? He's in this monster. Is it ludicrous? I think it is ludicrous. Is that how you actually say that word? When I think of ludicrous, I think of the rapper Ludacris. Like, Ludacris? He's here? I didn't hear a Luda. And everyone who doesn't know who Ludacris is completely confused. It's okay. What the hell is this woman doing to me?
Can I just sit here for just a couple more minutes?
I don't see why not. With that, she nuzzles into my shoulder and arm.
MC's like, I always feel like he's like two different people. Like, in some cases, he seems like he's being very suave, where he's like beautiful, and he's like, I wasn't talking about that. And I'm like, oh, okay. MC was randomly now trying to hit on her. And then later he acts like he doesn't want to be with her. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like a girl wouldn't like a guy like that. I feel like you wouldn't be attracted to a man who just, it feels like he has split personalities. Or like before he's like, I don't know why she likes me so much. And it's like, you literally fucked. Like, she even points it out. She's like, you didn't have a problem with it that one night. And I'm just like, maybe it's just a part of his character and him not understanding how women work, I guess, or just how social gatherings work. Like, cause yeah, I don't know. Cause in some cases it seems like he does know, and in some cases he doesn't. He's not very consistent, it seems.
After a few minutes of silence and comfort, my phone vibrates in my coat pocket, almost startling me out of my break. Reaching into my coat with my free hand, I retrieve the phone and look at the text message sent. 0. Call me. Now. The message from Ashley lights up on my phone and sends me to a state of alert. Suki turns her head and looks at me.
Huh? Is everything okay?
I'm not sure. I connect a small earpiece built into my suit to my phone and put it in my ear while calling Ashley. The sound of the phone answering on the other end prompts me to answer. What is it?
That event you had with Izuki. Where are you in the building?
We're on the rooftop. Ashley's tone of voice instantly calls me to sit up straight and start looking around.
Field operations just called in a threat made to the Prime Minister's aide. We're unsure of the scope of the threat, but since you have a designee there on your contract, be prepared.
Have you evaluated the threat?
We're currently in the middle of it. Unknown force, strength, and means. Be prepared for anything. Do you understand me, Agent?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and if you need to...
Ma'am?
Get involved.
I understand.
I'll remain on standby. You're on Agent Comms, right?
Of course. Let me know if you hear anything.
Let me know if you see anything.
I press a small button hidden on a specific part of my sleeve, which mutes the line.
What's going on?
The threat was reported against the big guy downstairs. I've been ordered to keep my eyes open and be prepared if anything goes down.
What?
I remove Izuki from my arm and stand up from the bench. Stay down and out of the line of sight from any surrounding windows. Izuki's eyes emanate concern while she does as she's told. She quickly jogs towards a small wall that would block her from being seen by any windows in the area. Approaching the ledge, I peer down toward the ground at the street for any disturbances. Nothing. Turning on my heel, I jog to the opposite length south of me and look down at it as well. A moderately dark alleyway runs across this side of the building. A few people stand around it and chatting. The other two sides of the building run along with businesses, so those aren't a concern unless there's a sniper. Which I've been scouting out every window I get the chance to. If I was a sniper and I was planning to take out a high-value target in a venue like this, I'd first learn the escape routes and get in a position that I could have a full view of them with. Next, I would look at any potential hazards that could compromise my position. Time of day, traffic around, height and distance compensation, and where I'm planning to take the shot at. Once I have a good position, I can sit and wait until I have a clear shot. Unless I had a diversion in place that would perfectly line up the shot. Reaching back down to my sleeve, I press another built-in hidden button. Very quick static rings through my earpiece, then I hear several people speaking over the radio. Security acts as they should after a threat was reported. However, no manic or stressed out voices. That's good. It means nothing bad has happened yet. I should probably get Izuki off of the roof now. Cleared everything, and we have a window of opportunity to move. Approaching her, I gently grasp her arm and guide her to the rooftop door. Doesn't say a word and follows along perfectly. Closing the door behind us quickly, walk down the stairwell to ensure everything is still okay. I don't hear yelling, I don't hear gunfire, I don't hear anything that would cause me any immediate concern. Alright, stay here for a second while I go downstairs and check everything out. Right, I won't move a muscle. Reaching my right hand to the left side of my coat, I grip onto the butt of my handgun, ready to draw it at any time. Scaling down the stairs, I make sure to keep my pace quick while listening to everything around me. Reaching the guard at the bottom of the stairwell, I remove my hand from my jacket and speak to him. You hear what's going on? Yep, we're on alert status right now. What about you? I know you're from them with some singer chick. What are you doing? Scouting. Make sure nothing is popping off yet. Ah, I see. Where is she then? Let me worry about where she is, okay? Just keep doing your job here and radio if you see or hear anything. Yes, sir. Opening the door to one of the halls that lead to the main area, security's moving around just like they would normally. Rapidly looking between face to face of every person I see, I scan for any signs of distress, any signs of discomfort or anxiousness. I don't see the aide from Japan around, so perhaps they moved him another location, I guess? I should check outside. Then again, I need to stay near Izuki. I'm not going to be taking any unnecessary risks. If anything, guards down here can hold back any preliminary threat if need be. While returning up the stairs, I start to hear the sounds I prayed to God I wouldn't hear tonight. Turning around to look down the stairs, the guard runs to the door and walks into the main hall. My heart jumps and I instantly start to sprint back up the stairs. Izuki? Izuki! Throwing my legs as far and as high as I can, I scale almost 4 steps a single stride. My heart completely burning inside, and make to the top of the stairwell just as the door to the roof closes. Zero, do you hear that? Yes, we need to get out of here. Looking around, I focus specifically on the door. How do we get Izuki out of here without going through the main hall? Drain pipe! What? Izuki, stay right here. Do not go anywhere. Do you understand me? Compliantly, she nods as I dash out the door onto the roof. As I sprint across the rooftop, I look around at windows and ensure there aren't any snipers still. When I get to the ledge with the drainage pipe, I check the alleyway, which is now empty. No doubt due to the sudden gunfire. Kneeling oh wait. That was a sneeze. And that was another sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you. But I sneezed twice, Monika!
Bless you again.
Aha! Actually, I think the appropriate way is just say it after both sneezes, but whatever. I guess you were right the first time.
Kneeling expecting the pipe, I can wrap both my hands around it without any worries. Next, I dash back to the door and pull Izuki out of the building.
What are we going to do?
Climb into my back. Climb into my back? This is ew. Climb into my back.
No, he opens that stitch he got.
He opens his back open.
He freaking just into his back, just all into his muscles.
Yuck.
She's just stuck. Climb onto my back. Wrap your arms and legs around me.
Are you sure?
Yes, hurry the hell up.
Why would you say, "Are you sure"? That doesn't make sense.
Actually, yeah. I mean,
Are you sure I should get on top of you? I mean, I had sex with you at one point.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I think. I mean, she could have said. Yeah, I was saying, like, I don't know why she said, "Are you sure that I should climb on top of you?" Like, that's like a. Are you sure I should climb on top of you? We can't go back after this.
Well, I shouldn't be doing
I'm like,
this.
we're just climbing on top of him.
she yelps as she climbs onto my back and wraps her arms and legs around me. The extra weight throws me off, but it's not like I have any other choice. I kneel toward the pipe and turn my back outward. Hang on.
We're going down from here?
It's the only thing I can think of right now. There's shooting going on downstairs.
Okay.
Taking a deep breath, I grab onto the pipe and lower myself off the ledge. Izuki instinctively tightens her grip. The weight of her wrapped around my torso makes this much more difficult to keep my strength on this. We're rather high from the ground, so I need to make this quick. Quickly letting go with my right hand, slide it down the pipe further and then grip onto it. I repeat with my left and slowly make our way down the wall.
How far are we from the ground, Zero?
Don't look down. For the love of God, don't look down. If she looks down right now, she's going to panic and I don't think I can hold the both of us up if she starts to freak out. I have to distract her somehow. Izuki, can you do me a favor?
What is it?
My right ear. There's an earpiece in it. Press the second black button on the bottom of the cord. Use your left arm, which is wrapped around my neck, to locate and press the button. When I've been able to gather from the radio my frantic decision making, there are multiple shooters. No number yet, but at least 3. But, all of a sudden, a familiar female voice emanates from the earpiece.
Zero, where are you?
I'm in the middle of getting Izuki out of the building. We have confirmed there are at least 3 shooters that are attacking the northern end of the building.
Understood. We're working on coordinating with security to mitigate and eliminate the threat immediately. I've contacted Izuki's father, and he is safe. He got out through a staff-only door on the eastern side of the building. Where exactly are you?
Southern end of the building. Carrying Izuki down from the drainage pipe since we were right next to the entrance of the shooters were at.
You're what? You know what? Fine. Listen. Get to the emergency car we set up earlier and get the hell out of there.
You don't have to tell me twice, ma'am. Mine goes quiet again shortly after. Izuki grips onto me tighter as I continue to descend. I can feel her heartbeat through her chest. She's completely terrified. I may be a little worried about her safety, but she won't be brought to harm. I will make sure of that.
Are you doing okay?
Huh? Why do you ask that question? Trying my best to keep my voice calm, I answer Izuki in a reassuring voice.
Typo.
But underneath that, I'm struggling. Izuki isn't heavy by any means. I have no problem carrying her. However, doing exactly what I'm doing with added weight on you gets straining after a while. I feel my muscles shaking and straining vigorously to keep me and Izuki suspended. Slowly and surely, we're making considerable progress. About another 20 feet to go.
I know you're getting tired. I can feel it.
Don't worry about it. Just keep your focus on me and don't look down. She buries her head in my shoulder and averts her eyes from below us. After a solid minute of my muscles intensely screaming at me to elevate the pressure, reach a distance safe enough to drop. Hold on! I let go of the pipe and drop to the ground, using my feet and knees to break the fall. Fuh! I rest my hand against the ground as support while I take a second to breathe. Suki hops off my back and crouches next to me.
We have to get out of here. Take my hand. I can help you up.
She offers her hand to me, but I slap it away. I'm fine. Standing back up, ignore the ache that comes from my left shin and start to navigate the alleyway with Izuki. There should be... A car rolls ahead of us, blocking our exit from the alleyway. Reaching into my jacket and gripping it onto my handgun. I prepare for the worst. The window rolls down and Izuki's father shouts at us to get in. Both of us sprint to the car and get in the back. As the car speeds down the narrow roadway, I look over at Izuki one more time and try to make eye contact with her, but fail in doing so. She keeps her hands clasped together on her lap and avoids eye contact with everyone in the car. When we get home, she'll be safe. I promise. Wait a second. Something outside my window catches my eye. When I turn my head to look, my eyes widen and I immediately shout to everyone in the car. Everyone brace! Grabbing onto a handle installed to the roof of the car, I reach over and grab Izuki, keeping her secure in her seat.
Zero? Zero? Zero!
Huh? What?
You were spacing out pretty hard there, aren't you?
You are spacing out pretty hard there? Aren't you? I think it was you were spacing out there pretty hard. Oh no, the way...
Mm.
Oh no, is this sentence right or is it not? I don't know. I think it's you were spacing out pretty hard there, weren't
Maybe she's
you?
referring to like right now, like he is spacing out, but like at the moment he isn't because he's talking to her now. So I don't know.
guess. Also, I noticed he changed the color of Monica's font, which is good because yeah, before it was way too fucking bright.
Also, I laughed when she was yelling zero because I was like, that's what I do when I wake you up.
Would you have to wake me up? Yeah, it was pretty familiar. It's just he didn't reply with, Yeah, sorry.
No, don't apologize.
Okay, maybe now it's too dark green. I can't even notice the difference in color between when MC's talking and when she's talking.
I can see the green a bit.
I can see it a bit, but like when you goes right when MC's talking, it's very like hard. It's very subtle.
Oh.
Maybe if it was like a little lighter. Honestly, it's better than super bright green. So,
Yeah.
because the super bright green was kind of straining on the eyes.
No, don't apologize.
Monika looks at me with a forlorn smile on her face. It's pretty obvious what I'm thinking, and she's just trying to be supportive. Ever since I told Monika about Izuki, she's been noticing me spacing out a lot more lately. Some things just bring me back to everything that happened. God damn it. I wish I could just forget it all. But I'll never be able to forget her. Shaking my head, I try to clear my thoughts and return to reality.
You're thinking about that girl again, aren't you?
Yes. I keep telling myself I need to forget that part of my life. Just leave it behind me and continue moving forward with what I have now. But
But you can't find the strength in your heart to let it go.
no, I can't. But it doesn't matter if I just want to forget it. I have other more important things I have to focus on now. As I said, I have to continue moving forward with what I have now. Looking Monika in the eyes, I reach over and place my hand on her shoulder. I have you now, and I promise I won't let anything happen to you. Monika blushes a little and places her hand on top of mine.
I know I may not be some super popular singer and dancer, but I'm always here for you when you need it.
Don't compare yourself to others, Monika. You're too special of a woman to allow yourself to be compared.
Do you really mean that?
Why wouldn't I?
Well, thank you. That means a lot to me.
Don't mention it, Monika. Monika smiles ecstatically like my words have brought her great comfort. Wonder what Ashley would think about her. She would probably say something along the lines of, You sure you can pick 'em, can't you, kid? You sure can pick 'em, can't you, kid? Then she would find some way to gossip about me to Monika and probably put me in an awkward situation that would leave me uncomfortable. She always did that to me. And I oddly miss it. Wait a minute. I just got a great idea. Monika needs to get away from here while we plan on how to deal with the problem at hand. And I've been meaning to visit a special place for some time now. I think now's the time. Monika, I want you to come with me somewhere.
Huh? Where are we going?
It isn't safe for us to be around this area too long. Whoever's trying to kill you will eventually find out that we live here. So we need to go somewhere else for a while, okay?
I don't know, Zero. The idea of leaving everything behind really doesn't sit well with me. Everything is happening too fast, and I don't want to lose my place here.
You won't. For now, it is smart that we leave this area and figure out a plan. I promise you, we will come back.
Hmm.
Monika sits on the couch next to me and visibly ponders to herself. A decision like this would need to be considered with great thought. But it isn't like we have any other choice right now.
Alright. I trust you.
Alright, give me a minute so I can organize transportation for us.
Right.
Place my hand on my knees, and I stand up, reach into my pocket for my commissioned phone. Opening it up and accessing my contacts list, scroll past Julia, and immediately feel empty inside. Pausing halfway down the list, I scroll back up and press call. But unfortunately, Julia doesn't answer her phone. It just immediately directs to the voicemail. When I'm prompted to send a voicemail, I try to leave a hopeful message. Julia, it's me. Please call me when you can. I want to talk to you about what I said. Pressing end, Monika and I exchange looks of understanding. Since Julia is ghosting me, I'm going to have to resort to another method of transportation. And I'm not going to be risking Monika's life by taking public transportation like a taxi or train. I'll just have to use the resources the agency gives me. Finally reaching the bottom of my contacts list, I select a familiar name and press call. And we're going to end it here. That was a nice thing so far. So we got some nice Izuki backstory. But we didn't get the entire thing finished. We ended in a car crash, so that's kind of an interesting thing. So now it's like, oh no, what happened to Izuki? So that was a nice little touch. Obvious nitpick from me is a nitpick I always had, which is when the characters talk but their mouths aren't open. I never really deduct that from a mod, as long as they change their expressions a lot of the time, which Fruits does change Monika's expression, which changes their expressions while they talk, which I'm fine with. It's just, I always had a pet peeve with when they're smiling and there's dialogue, but their mouth isn't open. That's just always a pet peeve of mine when it comes to mods. But I mean, to be fair, I never really deduct points or say anything's worse because of it, because the default game did it too. So, and sometimes you have to do that, so it's so it's fine to me, I guess. But yeah, so far so good. So far the route seems promising. In case you don't know my current opinion of Monika's route, hers is, in my opinion, the worst out of everyone's route, out of every girl's route. And considering how everyone's chapter 5 ended, I'm not entirely sure if Monika's route, if chapter 5 of Monika's can save her entire route. It might make me have a better opinion on her entire route, but I'm not sure if it'll make her entire route better than another girl's route already in Fruits. But I'll have to see. Because yeah, I just have a lot of issues with Monika's route, which again, I will probably get to my full review of her route and just my full review of Fruits in general once we end this route, because this is technically the full release of the mod now. The mod is officially done. So yeah, I'll give a full review of how I feel about Fruits as a whole and just, the routes and such at the end of this. But yeah, so far so good. By the way, that is it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to play this for yourself, the download link is in the description below. And yeah, this has been Zero. Peace.